What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven and you're watching the DIY Plumbers. Today's video is all about how to install an angle stop. Check out our tools. Today we're going to be using a 1/2-inch copper cutter. I like to use this Milwaukee one. It's what we call a close quarters copper cutter because you can get it right up onto a wall and continue to twist. That way you can get a proper cut. We're also going to be using our what's called a one-stop wrench. This is essentially designed for angle stops. This is going to go on the top, and then we're going to twist the back nut. That way it holds itself. You can also use a couple of channel locks, but I like to use these because it keeps the actual valve looking pretty, so it's not all scratched up. And lastly, and probably the most important, is we're going to be using a vacuum. This is just in case any water falls out, or if we need to keep water moving through the pipe to suck it out of the way. This is what we're going to be using. So after that, let's go. Before you do anything else, it's always really important to get out your angle stop, make sure that it actually does shut. You're gonna look down inside, close it, open it, make sure it actually closes. In addition, this is called a compression seal. And so anytime you do this, never, ever, ever use tape. You always wanna use Teflon paste right here, sometimes referred to as dope. So before we do anything else, that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna take some of our dope here, and we're just gonna put it on the first few threads. Doesn't need to be caked on too bad. And I like to I'm not tightening this down, I'm just getting it so that it's just barely touching and then backing it off, because what I'm gonna do when I cut this, I'm gonna slide this guy in and tighten it down immediately to keep us going. So after that, just put it so it's standing up by itself, and we put it on something to protect the floor, because that blue stuff, or even if it's white, that will actually mark the floor, and you're gonna have an unhappy customer or an unhappy family member. Next, before you make your cut, take some sandpaper, sand that thing down nice and shiny. You just want it to be so it's smooth. A smooth pipe is one that's actually gonna seal up properly, so I already did that, so make sure you do that. Next, I'm gonna take my 1/2-inch copper cutter, and I am going to cut it. I want my valve to be right about here, so I'm gonna cut it right at the edge of the threads. Snap this on into place like that, and on these there's a little arrow pointing me which direction to go. So I'm gonna do this, and I have my vacuum right here to my left, right there. And so as this cuts, it's probably gonna start to try to leak or spray. So my goal here is I'm gonna drop this guy out. Okay, there we go. Work area. Okay. Now that we know this is fully pressurized, you can do one or two things. You can either sit here and try to suck all the water out and wait, 1.5 years to do it, or you can use fast hands. We're going to try to do fast hands. This is my personal house. Let's just note that here, just so anybody on the comments doesn't blow me apart. You're making a mess of this house, dude. What we're going to do is I'm going to take this, slide this over, cover it back up, and get that guy all the way to the wall. This is also why we have towels, folks. Next, I'm gonna take my valve, 1, 2, and 3, over the top, and tighten her down. This goes in the top, this goes in the back, and we're gonna tighten it down really good. Okay, just like that. Vacuum back on. Go. Wipe it down nice and clean. And that is the 3-minute and 40-second version of swapping an angle stop. Again, this is my own personal house, so don't freak out. Everything's dry, everything's clean, and you just installed an angle stop about as well as you can. Have a good day. So what you just watched, you saw how fast I moved, approximately 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. In a normal scenario, you would, of course, put bigger towels down. You'd probably want to take more time and suck all the water out, but we're trying to make a fast video so you know how to do it. Keep in mind that this is my house. It's currently empty. There's no furniture, no toilets, no nothing in here right now because we're under construction. So I took the time and the ability that we had with nothing in that bathroom to actually do a video quickly. So if you're planning on doing this in your house and you've got all of your family stuff around and there's things that can actually really be damaged, I would recommend take the extra minute, use the vacuum to suck out the water. But if you have the chance, or if you've been doing this a while and you already know what you're doing, you can know what you're doing, so you can take that risk. But if this is your first time doing it, do not rip that thing off super quick and let it just play with water. Of course, take your vacuum, suck all the water out, wait till it stops, then install your valve. Use wisdom, folks. That's the best way to do it. But otherwise, we appreciate you watching. Go like and follow DIY Plumbers. And today's video is sponsored by Plumbers Crack Coffee. Go to plumberscrackcoffee.com. Use code DIY10 at checkout for 10% off your order. We appreciate you.